Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and if you're like me, you've probably wondered what drove President-elect Donald Trump to campaign for president way back in 2015 when he had such a great life. It looks like we now have the answer, and it's kind of wild. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica and hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. Guys, this is one of the greatest stories I've ever heard. Stephen A. Smith, he's talking to Bill Maher, and they're talking about why Trump decided to campaign for the presidency. Well, here's a story I never heard. If you guys heard it, then you heard it, and I apologize. But I've never heard it till today. And this, according to Stephen A. Smith, who said he was friendly with Donald Trump. Trump used to call him, used to talk about certain things, that this was the reason that Trump gave. He was running for president as revenge for a specific group of people. Now, I'm not going to tell you it because Smith tells the story better than I can. He's a great broadcaster. Not a Trump fan, I don't think, but a great broadcaster and fair. He tells this story, and he points out that people are wrong. Him and Bill Maher both point out that people are wrong for calling Trump racist. Both say that he's not a racist. And, it's good to hear, obviously, but I knew that already. And then Stephen gets into the reason Trump ran for president. The reason Trump told him directly he was going to campaign for president. So, without further ado, I want you to listen to this story. It's a wild, crazy story. I want you to listen to it, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
I don't know if I told you.
Because it's complicated.
I don't know if I
Life
told you
is
this.
complicated.
I wouldn't call myself his friend by any stretch of the imagination back in the day.
Right.
But I've told this on many occasions. I said this in my recent appearance on The View and stuff like that. Trump and I were friendly.
Right.
Before he ran for president. He used to have these boxing matches, particularly during the Tyson fights at the Trump casinos. He would be at the Knicks games and stuff like that. And if we're being totally honest, all the brothers found him to be cool.
Right.
They found him to be very cool. So let's be clear, because he knew his sports, all right? He would say what he feel.
Right.
He bucked the establishment, which we loved. And we gravitated to that, and obviously he was a billionaire.
And also he was a certain age.
And it
and
was
you
cool.
get a certain
it was cool.
understanding that white men of that age,
right?
They're gonna be a little grandpa. We don't say that anymore.
No,
but
that wasn't him.
Is he really in his heart hateful? No, I think
I don't
think his motivation is I don't like black people. I think his motivation is everybody must love me.
Thank you. And that's why, that's right there, what you just said, everybody must love me.
It's his narcissism. It's not his racism.
I have never called him a racist. I have never spoken about him that way, ever. Not one time, because I knew him beforehand. And he called me in 2014. This is a true story. He says, Stephen A. had a secretary, Mr. Trump is on the line, etc. Gets on the line, he says, Stephen A., I'm trying to buy the Buffalo Bills. The price tag was $1.4 billion.
What year?
2014.
Okay.
All right? 2013, 2014. The price tag was $1.4 billion. He had by $1.1 billion. I was being told he wasn't going to get the team. He said, quote, Stephen A., if these motherfuckers get in my way, talking about the NFL owners, if these motherfuckers get in my way, I'm going to get them all back. I'm going to run for president. That's what he said. And some NFL official said, so it's our fault. Years later, they said, so it's our fault. And I went like this, yeah, because had he gotten owner of the Buffalo Bills, he would have been an NFL owner. Right. But I bring that up. Let me tell you the story. I bring that up because what I've tried to tell everybody, the Colin Kaepernick situation comes into play. If you remember, sports gaming hadn't yet been ruled on by the Supreme Court. That wasn't until around 2018.
Interesting.
If you get a half a point, a half a percentage point, that translates into billions for owners.
Right.
And Trump was making the case and hijacked the whole Colin Kaepernick fiasco just to get the owners back. I'm telling you what I know.
I can
just to get them back, to get in the way of them getting a hold of their money because they got in the way of him owning the Buffalo Bills.
Right. That's. And
I said, yo, y'all, I'm telling you what I know. I said this on my show, First Take on ESPN. I said it on the airwaves all over the place. Every interview, I said, yo, y'all, he called me. I'm telling you what I know. He's going to get him back. That's what it was about.